was a dark and stormy night. In her attic bedroom, Margaret Murray, wrapped in an old patchwork quilt, sat on the foot of her bed and watched the trees tossing in the frenzied lashing of the wind.
It's not just the weather, she thought. It's the weather on top of everything else. On top of me. On top of Meg Murray doing everything wrong.
One of the boys had said something about her dumb baby brother. At this, she'd thrown the books on the side of the road and tackled him with every ounce of strength she had.
Your father and I used to have a joke about Tesseract.
Did a shadow fall across the moon, or did the moon simply go out?
Look! Charles Wallace said suddenly. They're skipping and bouncing in rhythm.
Where is he? She demanded of the man with red eyes. What have you done with him? Where is Charles Wallace?
In Camazotz, all are equal. In Camazotz, everybody is the same as everybody else. But he gave her no argument, provided no answer, and she held on to her moment of revelation.
Harper looked down his hand. "No, sir," he said low, embarrassed. "Well, how you expect to make her mind? Wives is like children. You have to let them know who got the upper hand. Nothing can do that better than a good sound beating."
Dear God, just when I was about to call out that I was coming in the yard, I hear something crash. It come from inside the house. So I run up on the porch. The two children be making mud pies on the edge of the creek. They don't even look up. I open the door, cautious, thinking about robbers and murderers, horse thieves and hats.
It's a scandalous, the way you look out there plowing in a dress. How you keep from falling over or getting the plow caught up in it is beyond me.
I am so happy I got love. I got work, I got money, friends, and time. And you're alive and be home soon with our children.
As she tipped the denim bag on its side, the silky, slippery pages of a dozen magazines fell out onto the tiled bathroom floor. Covers promised how to have perfect skin, 12 fresh summer haircuts, how to tell a hottie you like him, and wild winter wardrobes.
My name is Melissa. Melissa was the name she called herself in the mirror when no one was watching.
Was that supposed to be some kind of joke? Because it wasn't very funny. It wasn't a joke. I want to be Charlotte.
Oh. Scott took a bite of turkey. Oh. Scott began to nod slowly. He turned to George, whose stomach had jumped with each O and was now nearly in her throat.
"I didn't even know you had skirts," said George. "I don't wear them to school. Boys are dirty and try and look up them." "I'd never try and look up your skirt." "Of course not. You're not a boy."
Poetry cools me. Syllables calm me. I read the verses of others, the free men, and know that I'm never alone.
Imagine, listen, look, see breath in the fragrance of blossoms and fruit trees, tall and green in the roofless central courtyard, under the tiny square of sky, visible from deep inside the heart of a place, surrounded by stiffly walled rooms.
300 pesos. Is that a lot? I like to imagine that I've already have enough to buy them all. Mother, father, the unborn sisters and brothers. I imagine it would be like to buy yourself, to wrap yourself in a package and just walk away.
It was a pleasure to burn.
It was a special pleasure to see things eaten, to see things blackened and changed.
With his symbolic helmet numbered 451 on his stolid head and his eyes all orange flame with the thought of what came next, he flicked the igniter.
Montag gazed beyond them to the wall with the typed list of 1,000,000 forbidden books. The woman knelt among the books, touching the drenched leather and cardboard, reading the gilt titles with her fingers while her eyes accused Montag.
"Millie," he paused, "this is your house as well as mine. I feel it's only fair I tell you something now."
When we were separate individuals, all we had was rage. I struck a fireman when he came to burn my library years ago.
I've been running ever since. You want to join us, Montag?
I want you to meet Jonathan Swift, the author of that evil political book, Gulliver's Travels.
And this other fellow is Charles Darwin, and this one is Schopenhauer, and this one is Einstein, and this one here at my elbow is Mr. Albert Schweitzer, a very kind philosopher indeed. Here we are, Montag.